There is a new study out that tells us the best time to post to each social media platform. I'm going to share the results and a warning about not to take these results too seriously in this episode of the Library Marketing Show. Hi, everyone. I'm Angela Hursh from superlibrarymarketing.com. Head on over there. You can sign up to receive a notification every time I post something, and you can nominate a library for our Kudos section just by clicking on the Library Marketing Show tab. And we are going to start today's episode with Kudos. Our Kudos today is going to the Wichita Public Library. They recently reopened a branch that they'd been renovating for 2 years, and they got press coverage for it. And I think what really struck me about this story, which I literally just stumbled on reading through the news, what struck me was the sheer number of photos with the story. So you get to see all of the spaces in this renovated branch, along with what appears to be patrons doing normal library things in those spaces. It doesn't look staged, and it just looks really inviting. And I think the sheer number of photos makes it so enticing for people. They're going to want to come and get into this building in person and use it. So I just think it's great. Good job, Wichita Public Library. And now we're going to get into today's topic, which is what time is best to post on social media. Social Media Today reposted I guess it's a study that Hootsuite put together using all of the data from people who post to Hootsuite so that they could pinpoint the best times of day and best days of the week for you to post. I'm going to put a link to the full study down below if you really want to dig in, but I wanted to share the highlights with you. So we're going to begin with Instagram. And according to Hootsuite, the best times to post to Instagram basically are during the week, Monday through Thursday, either during the morning commute or during the evening commute. So like 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. or like 3 p.m. into the evening. Makes perfect sense. People are probably checking their phones before and after work. Next up is Facebook, and this gets a little more specific. According to Hootsuite, the best time to post is between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. Tuesday through Friday. Very specific, very interesting. I'm going to have to try that with my social media at Novelist. If your library posts to LinkedIn, according to Hootsuite, the best times to do that are Tuesday morning, Thursday evening, and early Friday morning. Again, very specific, especially about the times of the day. If you are still posting to Twitter, according to Hootsuite, the best times to do that are Monday and Tuesday early morning. That's a very small window. The Social Media Today repost of this Hootsuite was kind of snarky about Twitter. It's like, basically, you're just going to have to pay for Twitter Premium to get any engagement. TikTok, on the other hand, has a lot of engagement all through the week and specifically in the late afternoons going into the early evenings. However, Saturday night, like late night, say from 11 p.m. until midnight, is also a super time to post to TikTok. If you have a scheduling option for TikTok, you might want to give it a try. And they don't include a chart for this, but Hootsuite did mention that the best time to post on Threads is 8 a.m. on Tuesdays. Again, a very short window. And if your library is putting posts on Pinterest, the best time to do that is around noon on Tuesdays and Fridays. So I hope that was helpful. Here is my little caveat for all of that. Just because a time is named by a company like Hootsuite as the best time for engagement doesn't mean it's the best time for engagement for your audience. What I usually do when something like this comes out is I follow what they found. So I will start posting at the times listed in this survey, and then I will watch my engagement. And if my insights show me that my engagement goes up, then great, I'll stick with these times. If it doesn't, I'll go back to experimenting. So the bottom line is just experiment with your audience. And if you see a time that works really well for you and it's not in Hootsuite study, that's okay. Just keep posting then. So I'm really curious. Do you experiment with what time and what day you post on social media? Do you have a schedule for your social media posts? I would love to know, and I bet other viewers would love to know too. Let's get a conversation about posting to social media started down in the comments. That is it for today's episode of the Library Marketing Show. But my channel is full of other tips and tricks for library marketing. If you want to learn more, head to this next video and I will meet you there.